smoke today, have you?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, tell us about the big race.
Well, it certainly was a great race, Edwin. Good evening. Well, not since Dulcify's tear-away win in 1979 has a horse so dominated a Cox Plate like our Poetic Prince today. Starting 5-4 favourite, he had a charmed run and strolled home the easiest of winners.
Racing. Our Poetic Prince began reasonably with Flotilla, Bone Crusher a little slow and beginning very quickly as Impazira, and also Planet Ruler began fast with Glenview, and behind those high regarded Al Murder Jazz, Horlicks settled down second last at the post the first time, and Planet Ruler about a neck in front of Impazira. Flotilla back third on the inside when they turn out of the straight, then Glenview. Our Poetic Prince well placed fifth. Back behind him then is High Regard over on the outside of Vitalik, 1.5 to Bone Crusher the inside rail. On his outside Al Murder Jazz, and then Run Straight Run, which didn't handle the turn out of the straight well, and he is pulling. And Horlicks is now last of all, and the pace has slackened when they race up to the 1400 metre mark. About 8 lengths covered them, and the Queenslander Planet Ruler is in front of Impazira. Flotilla back on the inside, a half a length away, and they're followed by Glenview wide round the outside, and then Our Poetic Prince. In on the rails is Vitalik, being followed by High Regard, a length and a half to Bone Crusher. Ahead of him is Al Murder Jazz, then Run Straight Run, and Horlicks is last of all, about 12 from the leader. In the back, 1,000 metres to go in the Cox Plate. Planet Ruler a half a length in front of Impazira. Glenview the outside, Flotilla tucked in on the inside rail, being followed by Our Poetic Prince. Then High Regard out 3 wide, 2 lengths behind them. Vitalik hard ridden with Al Murder Jazz sneaking round his outside. A length and a half to Bone Crusher, Horlicks and Run Straight Runners last when they run down to the 700 metre mark. Planet Ruler the leader, joined now by Impazira. Glenview the outside has had a torrid run, and then High Regard. Our Poetic Prince bolting. Back behind them is Flotilla, and he's followed by Al Murder Jazz running into it. Bone Crusher given a crack with the whippers, got to within 5 lengths of the leader, and then Vitalik and Horlicks when they swept towards the turn now. Impazira just the leader, and now out to tackle him is Our Poetic Prince, and the little Kiwi dashed away. Our Poetic Prince, and he has his ears pricked. Raced 3 lengths in front now from Impazira. Al Murder Jazz, and here's Bone Crusher from Horlicks. Our Poetic Prince the leader with 100 metres to go. 2 lengths in front of Bone Crusher, trying hard, but the Kiwi Our Poetic Prince is in front of Bone Crusher and Horlicks, and Our Poetic Prince eased up has won the Cox Plate by a length to Horlicks. Third is Bone Crusher, then Run Straight Run, Al Murder Jazz, Flotilla. A long break to Vitalik, Planet Ruler, and they're followed by Glenview. Behind them High Regard and Impazira.
In fact, a Kiwi trifecta. Our Poetic Prince 5-4 in favourite, and will now run on the McKinnon, where he'll meet Vogue, and I guess Connections must be bitterly disappointed for scratching so early this morning and then seeing the track improve. Horlicks at 8, Bone Crusher at 7-1, both second and third improved by their runs. Well, it was a real favourites day, 5 of them scoring out there at the Valley today, and very nice Melbourne Cup trials turned in from Chantaroon and Natski in the Moonee Valley Cup, which we'll see shortly. The first on the program, however, and this was taken out by Appleby Fair, starting 2-1 in favourite, much too good, ridden by Harry White. The second, Memphis Blues, 2-1 in favourite, carried her 58 kilos to a very strong win, a huge run from Soliloquy in second place. And now we go to the third on the program, the Moya.
Pressure, and so is Special, but Scarlet Bisque is clear. Set sail for home and got 2 lengths in front of Adelva. Rancho Ruler and Special, and Scarlet Bisque. The little filly's gone 3 lengths in front under the whip, and Scarlet Bisque runs clear to score by 3.5. Second Adelva, 3/4 Rancho Ruler, third. Special.
Good win to Scarlet Bisque, who led all the way. Poor efforts from Rancho Ruler and Special, and a good finish to the next.
True Dreams took the lead now from Prince Anton, then Don't Play. Tierra Rest out, and Eastern Classic down the outside. Here's another great go where True Dreams is the leader. Tierra Rest lunging, True Dreams just in front. Oh, he's dived Tierra Rest. It might be True Dreams from Tierra Rest at a very close go. Eastern...
Narrowest of margins in favour of True Dreams there from Tierra Rest, who won in a close photo last year. Now on to the Herald Vase, a game win from Big Grey Roo.
High on the outside, then Brooklyn Dodger, but Big Grey Roo the leader halfway down the straight. Kings High Oakwood try hard. Kings High coming home well. Big Grey Roo 3/4 in front. He hangs on. Big Grey Roo a half to Kings High. Third Oakwood, then Wonder Dance.
A very good win, and that made it 5 out of 10, and Wonder Dancer a good run outside of the place getters. Now the Moonee Valley Cup.
But Ideal Centreman led by 2 lengths to Zamakima going to second, then Kuds, and further back Centos to the outside, followed by Superior Way, but Ideal Centreman will take some catching. Corners 2 lengths in front of Zamakima, Kuds and Centos, Superior Way, then Chantaroon, but Ideal Centreman 3 lengths in front of Zamakima, and Chantaroon out late from Netsky, but Ideal Centreman scores well. Ideal Centreman 2 to Zamakima second, could be Chantaroon third just in front.
Lovely ride by Brent Thompson to get Ideal Centreman home at 11 to 1. He's weighted on 48 kilos in the Melbourne Cup, but of course is liable for a penalty. Zamakima again second, Chantaroon a very good run third, and the last on the program won by Voltage, backed in from 3 to 1, careered away once she got clear at the top of the straight to beat Venardu and Heavenly View. Daily double today, 3 and 8, $20.50. Extra double, 1 and 15, $32.55. Quadrella at the Valley, $139.85 for 4 double 3-8. And the quad extra double 3-8-3, $108.35.
And one of Australia's